If you finish season 1 of Invincible and you have to know what happened to Omni Man, then stay with me as I go over the answer. And it's not even a theory because I know this one. Hey guys, I'm McGann, and welcome to the Fangirl, where I keep talking about superhero shows whether you guys tune in or not. And can we just take a second to appreciate that Amazon Prime Video is crushing the hero genre lately? I mean, Netflix is trying, but they seem to lack creative teams and materials that make a good transition from comic book to show. I mean, Umbrella Academy is great, but other than that, there's a lot of not greaters on Netflix. I mean, did you see Jupiter's Legacy? It was fine and all, but it didn't seem to know where to focus or how to build up any decent suspense to make me want to watch the next episode. And the characters could have used much stronger writing. But Amazon is over there giving us the most outrageous plots and moments that leave you jaw-dropped. When I put on The Boys, as soon as the speedster made pink mist out of someone, I put down my phone, restarted that episode, and gave it my full attention. And it's not just the shock value that draws you in. Amazon is appreciating the fact that a lot more comic fans are older people. So using really gritty, unexpected, and genuinely screwed up story arcs makes for much more riveting TV. Then my son was like, hey, Invincible just started on Amazon, we need to watch it. And I put it on just to make him happy. I wasn't at all interested in episode 1. It seemed like just another routine super show where a teenage boy is getting powers of his own. I thought, oh, okay, it's kind of like a take on Superman having a son. But then the credits started, and then another scene popped up where the Superman figure of the series, Omni Man, brutally murders the Guardians of the Globe, which is his own flippin' friend group. So then I had to restart that episode and really keep my eyes and ears on all the details. And in case you're a noob and need a recap of the rest of the season, our super son, Mark Grayson, has all the same powers as his undefeatable father, who goes by Nolan in his day-to-day life, and Mark chooses the hero name Invincible. And the series so far is themed after Mark learning to make wise decisions with his powers. So Mark can fly, has super strength, and can hold his breath long enough to travel to Mars on the outside of a rocket, which is all possible because his dad is a Viltrumite who was sent to Earth to be its protector. But what Mark and his human mother Debbie don't know is that that's a total lie. Viltrumites live for eons, and they have this survival of the ultimate fighter mentality. And Omni Man came to Earth to conquer it for the Viltrum Empire. What? Once Mark realizes this, he turns on his father and tries to stop him, only to be beaten into a bloody pulp as Nolan screams how he can just start again and make another kid if Mark won't join him. And if not for a brief moment of sentimentality, Nolan would have probably killed his own son. But instead, Nolan gets a bit emo about it all, flies off into space, and we have no idea where he went. Immediately, I knew that Omni Man would not return to Viltrum, because if they only value strength there, they're not going to take very kindly to a loser who gave up on a planet because the feels got too reals. That would get Nolan annihilated as soon as he went home. So where would he have gone? My initial impression is that he intended to make good on his promise to start over again and have another kid. So being an impatient little fangirl, no, not a fangirl, the fangirl, like one fangirl to rule them all and in the darkness bind them. So as the fangirl, I started looking up the comic synopsis, and that's exactly what happens. Omni Man runs away, and spoilers, because he's too macho to go home and admit he failed, he takes over another planet called Thraxa, and Thraxa is inhabited by mantis aliens. Ew, planet full of bugs. Gross. So what else can Omni Man do but take a local to be his new sister wife? The resulting coupling does not end in the expected mate-eating ritual of a normal praying mantis, but instead it provides Omni Man with a new heir, baby Oliver. And Oliver fortunately ages much more slowly than the rest of his mantis kin, who only live for a few months. The problem is, that means that Oliver's mother, Andressa, is not long for life. And so, after Omni Man ends up getting captured for a while, Oliver ends up coming home with Mark to be adopted by Mark's mother, Debbie, the flippin' saint of all women. And what happens to Omni Man next? Well, those are spoilers for another season. I am honestly not sure how many seasons Invincible might get. I know they've been greenlit for 3 so far, but now that I'm savvy to all the major comic plots and have read a large chunk of the comics, I will say that the series ends in a way that is completely unrecognizable from how it began. The creator, Robert Kirkman, who also made The Walking Dead, really let the Invincible storyline mold itself and evolve in a way that's not very common for a lot of comic series. For example, The Walking Dead didn't decide one day, hey, you know what would be cool? If we took the zombie invasion to space. No, it was a story about the zombie apocalypse on Earth, or really in America, and it stayed within that parameter. Similarly, I don't recall any Batman story arcs where one day Bruce Wayne wakes up going, you know, crime fighting was cool and all, but now I think I want to hang up my cape and cowl and go into investment banking. Like, nobody would want to read that. It's too different. But Invincible goes from a story about a startup superhero and morphs into something very different by the end. Again, I won't spoil that here, but if you can take the time to read the series, I don't think you'll be disappointed. So, yeah, read Invincible and watch the new season on Amazon whenever it comes out. I know it's a short video today, but facties do not require as much proof and evidence as a theory, so this is what you get this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I might be overthinking it, but that's literally my job. Well, family members, we're almost done, but I want to invite you to hang out with me in some other places. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as my own personal self, and I have a Facebook page too, but I mostly just post photos over there. And sometimes people say, hey McGann, I want to mail you something. How do I do that? Easy. Just click the About tab on my channel page, and my most current P.O. Box info will be right there. I also run another channel, The Family. It's really a hodgepodge channel where we might post anything. Oh yeah, and I also sell shirts and stickers and stuff with the Family and the Fangirl logos. If that is your cup of tea, I have a link in every description of every video. Finally, if you want to help out the Fangirl channel and make sure I'm putting out video essays for years to come, the best way you can help is by subscribing and watching more of my videos, whether they're new, old, whatever. Maybe even share 1 or 2 on social media, help spread the word. People who watch to the end of videos like you helps to tell the site, hey, this is a good video, we should recommend it to other people. So if you made it this far, leave me a comment of something like, hey, I made it to the end. Love ya. See you next time, family members. Bye.